Emily Wright joins us now. She lives near East Palestine, Ohio, where that train derailed. She's a columnist, also the development director at River Valley Organizing. Emily, first of all, how are you? I understand you too or have experienced some symptoms.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. My voice is still a little bit, not very sharp, and I'm still having some asthmatic symptoms, but I'm about 5 miles out from the evac site, so I'm a lot luckier than most.
So tell me what you have found, and when you talk to the residents there, what are they telling you? I understand they have a lot of concerns. Also, they're worried about the air, about the water, about the soil.
Yeah, I think that's the really big thing is that only air quality testing was completed before people were let back into their homes. So there was no surface decontamination, no full soil testing, no full water testing before everybody was let back in. So the EPA just keeps saying that the air is okay. The news, the media, our officials, everyone, but they're not really addressing the fact the water and soil. Then today, at a press conference actually yesterday, our governor suggested that we drink bottled water. They confirmed with the EPA that I think tens of thousands of gallons of crude oil actually went in the ground, and we have groundwater contamination now in the water as far south as an hour. In Steubenville, Ohio, they're reporting levels of one of the chemicals that spilled with the train. So there's 3,500 so far, I believe over 4,000 now dead fish in 3 counties, livestock, animals. People are having nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. They're reporting that they're having teeth pain. People that suffer like me from asthma or COPD, are still having a hard time breathing. So people are very worried. And from the beginning of this event, we were told several times by the media and by the elected officials and everyone involved that there were no toxins, anywhere. And we know now that's completely false.
As far as you know, Emily, is the community getting any help?
Yeah, I mean, there's people out there that have GoFundMes. They're helping each other out. People from other communities
But
are
I mean,
taking.
from the city, from the state, on a federal level.
So that's the thing that we're asking right now. And if I could just take 30 seconds to pitch this, we are asking our Governor Mike DeWine. He's been in conversation with President Biden. He said on the news yesterday, and that Biden told him that we could have any help we needed. Well, we need FEMA, and here is what we need. And Governor DeWine is the person that has to request FEMA from the federal government. Nobody died in the immediate, but this is one of the worst ecological disasters after a spill, that top 5 in the history of this continent. And we are only beginning to see the ramifications. So I don't really think it's up to the city officials or, they need the state government to step in and ask the federal government to do their job.
And if I want to understand this correctly, Emily,
Yeah.
So Governor DeWine has not asked President Biden to declare this a federal emergency. Am I correct?
Correct. They are saying that they have it handled with, the EPA is helping, just so we know the federal and state EPA is helping, but they're saying they have it handled and that we don't, need that. But unfortunately, we're finding out daily new news that there's another contamination, that there are more animals dead, that people, are reporting several things. And, people are afraid because, no matter how you feel about politics, we're all in the same boat on this.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
What's going on.
Yeah, this is not acceptable, and your community needs help. Before I let you go, I mean, there's so much more I want to talk to you about, but unfortunately we're running out of time. But what about the rules and regulations on the transport of hazardous compounds? Is there any stringent rule for taking dangerous chemicals on a train?
So I guess that the EPA or Ohio doesn't have to be notified of the chemicals going through Ohio on these trains. But I will say this, people know that these trains have been carrying at fast speeds through 25 million Americans are on that line from Illinois to Pennsylvania, the poorest Americans, Appalachians. And, continuously we have derailments and close calls, and safety regulations over the last 5 years have been loosened. And, we we tried to bring this to the attention. I work for River Valley Organizing. I'll finish up in 20 seconds here. It's a nonprofit, nonpartisan, grassroots organizing, like community org that it basically organizes a community to defend themselves and be active for themselves and their solutions. So we're going to work with community members to fight for centered, like healing justice, and we're going to make sure there's transparency in the process, because the government's relationship with the railroad, because of the commerce in our country, is so tight that unfortunately safety has taken a back seat. And I think that this administration, and I think that both sides of the aisle need to really take a look at this in Congress.
Yeah, and I think you said it nicely. You said it's time to put people over politics. And I think yes, unfortunately, Emily, we have to leave it there. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope East Palestine, Ohio finally gets the help it needs so badly.
Thank you. I just want to tell people we're going to be doing free, if you want to check out our social media, River Valley Organizing, look us up. We're going to be doing free soil and water testing with the University of Kentucky and Pitt University.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Emily Wright, thank you.